Welcome to Meditation Mondays with your Tachyon Illumination Rods. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about manifestation. Manifestation is a very interesting topic to me because I have had quite the journey with manifestation. I am able to manifest in my life exactly what I desire. And sometimes that desire feels as if it comes from outside of me, as if it's truly more of a calling or more of where I'm meant to go. So, to give you an example of that, when I was younger, I spent my mornings doing a manifestation meditation where I would envision my entire life. And I still have this written down in my journal of exactly what that life looked like. It was down to where I was living, the cars I was driving, who was in my life. And I was trying to put a specific person into my life because I thought that was the one. So as I would visualize that person there. What ended up happening was about 5 or 6 years later, I looked back at my journal and I saw all of the descriptions of my life, and they were all accurate, except for that person. Because what I realized is that you really cannot manifest another person in your life, which from my shamanic clients is a question that I get a lot. Can I manifest a specific person? The answer is no, because that person has their own free will. And we can manifest what we want, but there's always going to be something a little bit outside of that we don't see coming, that's in our highest good. For example, I looked at the house that I was trying to manifest, and what's strange is it didn't look anything like if I were to design a house, what it would look like. It was just the house that kept popping up in my mind when I would work through manifestation. I asked myself, is this truly a manifestation, or was it a prediction? Because here I am recording in my studio of this house that looks exactly like the one I had envisioned and is described exactly the same. And here it is. So that is a question I've been long contemplating, is how much of it is manifestation and how much of it is prediction of the future. So as we work today, I want us to come up with one simple idea of something we want to manifest. Whether that be abundance in our lives, to make our lives a little bit easier so that we can create and do all the good that we want to do in the world. Or whether that be us attracting a healthy relationship into our lives without a name or a face. Whoever is truly the one for us. Or if that is, creating our own show or our own podcast or our own live stream of videos or whatever that may be for you. A new job, what is holding you back the most? Like, what if you had this one thing to get from point A to point B would make your lives easier or happier or more abundant? And I want us to have that in the front of our minds today. In future meditations, we'll go into bigger pictures with more detailed things. But today, we're going to stick to one thing. We're going to keep it simple, and we're going to make it so that we're able to track what this is. And working with tachyon energy, you're working at a speed that's faster than the speed of light, and it's truly 0 point energy. So in this field, creation is infinite. Possibilities are infinite. And allow yourself a little bit of open-mindedness to be guided to exactly what it is that you should be creating. With that said, I want us to start to take some deep breaths and find ourselves in our bodies. With our Tachyon Illumination Rods in our hands, I want us to either find a space to sit comfortably or lie down comfortably so that we can really go to the space that we need to go. And once we find ourselves comfortable, I want us to feel our feet or our heels as they're connected to the earth, or whatever parts of our body is connecting to the earth right now. I want us to feel the heaviness as we breathe in and out. Start to feel our shoulders soften and our jaw soften. As we begin to connect to the Tachyon energy in our minds or aloud, I want us to call in the spirit of the energy of Tachyon. To come into our fields, to come into our physical bodies. And we start to feel that energy buzzing and tingling around us and within us. And as we fully connect to that energy, the energy starts to pull us. It starts to pull us forward. We're moving to a place of no time and no space. And as we're there in the center of that space, it's almost as if we're in the eye of the hurricane, where everything softens. We can see the time moving around us, but not within us and not without us. Here we are in that place of pure peace, pure tranquility, and pure light, connection to our source. We're in a place of infinite creation, where there are no boundaries. There is no conflict, there is no wars. We're in this place of pure peace. And here, we call in all of the angels to surround us and support us as we're in this space of creation, where we're calling in this one thing for our highest good. And so we start to imagine this one thing that we want to create. What does it look like? What does it feel like? If we had that one thing, what would that feel like in our bodies? We're just being handed whatever it is. How does that feel? Is it just weight lifted off of your shoulders? Is it just feeling great every day when we wake up? Is it the abundance we need to create what we want to create? How does it sit with us as we hold it? Here in this space of the one thing that we want so deeply. How do we feel? How do we look? Now that we are in union with this one thing. As the Tachyon is moving through us, it's removing any blockages. And we're asking it to remove any blockages that are keeping us from what we want to have in our lives. It's just almost like water washing over us, removing all those things and all those blocks and all those things in our minds that are making us believe that we don't deserve, that this is meant to be ours. And it's removing any blockages in our neural pathways that are creating us from believing that we are deserving. And the more that we feel cleansed of those blockages, and the more that we feel deserving of this one thing, the more we allow ourselves in this space to try it on, to live it. And we're accepting it. We're allowing it to be a part of us now, a part of our being, a part of our energy field. We have removed any blockages and all blockages that are keeping us from this one thing that will change our lives forever. We are now deserving. We are now accepting. We are free to create what we want to create and live the life we want to live. Here in this space of our highest good. Allow now for anything else that wants to come in, any part of this vision that will also serve our highest good, to come up and show up in this space. Maybe it's something we've been thinking about. Maybe it's something we've never even seen before, that's around the corner waiting on us. Maybe it's bigger and more beautiful than we ever imagined, now that we're living in this space of deserving. And as we sit here in this place, in the eye of the storm, this calm, tranquil space, away from society and expectations and beliefs, right here in the place of creation. Just continue to check in with yourself. See how we're feeling. Are there any blocks that are coming up that need to be addressed? Or have we stepped into a place of full acceptance and deserving? It's like we're accepting an award. And now we're believing that we've deserved this award for our whole lives. All the good we've done to help others. Even just the simple things like smiling at the people on the streets. And then when we're ready, we allow the Tachyon energy to take that vision and create it. Thank you, Tachyon energy. Take this vision and create it faster than the speed of light. And then the Tachyon energy slowly starts to pull us back into time, into space, out of that pure place of creation and into our own bodies. And here we are. We feel ourselves connecting with the earth once again. And we feel ourselves back in our bodies. And we feel renewed and restored and ready to accept this beautiful thing we've just created. Thank you, Tachyon. And whenever you're ready, and you feel grounded with the weight of the rods, and you're feeling connected to your body and to the earth, you can open your eyes.